Hey guys, welcome back to Father and Son Investing. I want to talk to you today about a stock that I actually bought about a month ago. Quite honestly, I was a little bit embarrassed to let you guys know that I purchased it, but the price has been coming down a little bit. It may be reaching another buy point, so I wanted to share this with you. Today we're going to talk about Humbl. This current stock ticker is TSNP, which sounds nothing like Humbl, but the stock ticker will be changing, so let me give you the backstory on this. All right, TSNP, which was Tesoro Enterprises, if I remember correctly, they were a floor covering company based out of the Northeast in the United States. And quite honestly, their stock has been languishing at less than a penny or something per share for quite a long time. So recently, their owner decided that he wanted to try to do something for their stockholders, and there was another company around called Humbl. They were trying to go public. There was a middleman who was known to people on the OTC, that's the over-the-counter stock market. He was familiar with both Tesoro Enterprises as well as with Humbl and managed to get the two together for a reverse merger, essentially. So this stock that was languishing at about 2 cents per share or less suddenly became worth more than that. This was back in December of 2020. Thus was born Humbl, or Humbl. So let's talk about what this company is going to do and why it's worth investing in. So Humbl is essentially a new digital payment network. It is designed to be a one-stop shopping or a one-stop place for anything financial that you need to do. So if you want to do some investing, well, Humbl is designed to help you with that. If you want to be able to pay other people, even in other countries, Humbl is designed to help you with that. In fact, that's originally where this Humbl idea really came from after watching the first investor call that they did back in December. The idea was simple. If there is a person here in the United States or really in any country, and that person wants to be able to send money to a friend or a family member, so let's just say the United States to Mexico, that they could do that over an app. Now, that's actually a great idea. I used to live in Texas. I remember when I visited Texas recently, I saw a bunch of people lined up at the bank, and I couldn't figure out why are all these people lining up at the bank. It occurred to me just recently, based on what someone else was saying, that, oh yeah, maybe they were all lined up at the bank because they wanted to be able to send money to their relatives. Imagine if you don't have to line up at a bank and you can just do that over an app. Now, the thing that makes Humbl attractive in this particular venture is that they will be charging less for a customer to send their money to another country than the normal fees that would be. So not only would it be more convenient, but it will cost less to do it. Now, the system is not just designed to be able to send money to a person in another country, but it's also designed as a mechanism for payment. So you would be able to just go into a store or a merchant who is signed up with Humbl and using your phone, pay for whatever merchandise it is that you're receiving. Not only going into a store, but being able to do that in a marketplace that Humbl would also create, so that a merchant would be able to get themselves online in less than a day or in one day, rather than having it take a number of days or weeks to get themselves to where they can sell their merchandise online. They can do that in a day using the Humbl mobile pay system. So the mobile pay is one end of their system, this all-encompassing financial system that they're trying to arrive at. The other end of it is a Humbl marketplace. This is designed to be able to connect small businesses to the internet, and again, to do it within a day, so that a person who makes baskets or clothing or anything else can go into the Humbl marketplace and start selling their products within a day. The last leg of this financial all-encompassing system that they're trying to develop is their investing. Currently, all you will find on there are what they are calling ETXs, not ETF, but ETX. And what we're looking at is a new way to get invested in blockchain or cryptocurrencies or digital assets. They have several different packages that a person could buy. Now, these are not currently available to people in the United States, but they are available they've opened it up in about 100 countries around the world. to allow people to invest in groups of digital assets similar to the way that an ETF groups stocks. Now, before it was Humbl, their founder, Brian Foote, had a company that was called Block, essentially. So you will see these financial assets grouped into things called Block 3, Block 5, Block 10, Block Global Enterprise, etc. But just think of these as groups of financial assets or digital currencies. So for instance, Block 3 has the three original UTXO blockchains, Bitcoin, and then two others that are really less well known. You might think it would be Ethereum, but they are not in the Block 3. Now again, these are currently not available to people in the United States. In fact, there is a firewall so that if you try to go to this website and try to do even research, it doesn't work. You can click all you want here and nothing will happen. Now the advantage to using their system is that they're using AI bots to keep track of your digital assets even while you sleep, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so that they can look at the price of a digital currency and see, oh, this one's perhaps quite high now, we'll sell it for a profit, we'll buy some other that's quite low. They're keeping track of these things, trying to maximize your ability to make money with digital assets. And again, they do it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even while you sleep. Now, these guys are very much in the initial stages of this company. In fact, if you are on your iPhone or iPad and you try to look for the Humbl app, you're probably not going to find it, not been able to find it on either the Apple App Store or on the Google Play Store. So why do I think this one is such an interesting play? Well, part of it has to do with the price and how it has been going up. In fact, I bought it at 17 cents a share for the first leg of my purchases, and then as the price went up a little bit, right around 25 cents a share, I bought some more. You can see that it got up to around $1.60 a share. I guess it's $1.71 a share recently. That has since come back down. Today it's 96 cents a share. That's where I think it might be an interesting play for people now to get in on this. This is a ground floor again of a very young company. This is not something that I put a ton of money into. In fact, I only bought 2,070 shares. That's $500 essentially. But the value of it went up over $3,000 when it was up at $1.70. So this was just a little bit of money that I had to play with. Now that the price has come back down a bit, it may be worth it to you to look into this. If you have a little bit of money that you want to speculate with or just play with to see what happens. It's kind of fun to watch your shares that started at 17 cents make it up to $1.70. Now Humbl will not be on the NASDAQ and they are not on the New York Stock Exchange. They are on the OTC markets, over-the-counter markets, and they are on the pink sheets level. The pink sheets level is definitely the risky level of the OTC markets. In fact, if you go to Investopedia, it says this: because of the lack of reporting requirements, only professional and sophisticated investors with a high risk tolerance should trade here. Investors should perform all the proper due diligence by researching the companies they are considering and reviewing all business activities. The OTC markets are not regulated by the SEC. They're regulated by FINRA. And sometimes it's a little bit of the Wild West. Now, what do I think about Humbl? I thought it was worth investing. I think they stand a decent chance of making a real run at this. I think their concept of having a one-stop financial arena for people to make payments, to shop, to trade currencies, and to essentially invest in blockchain technology is a fantastic idea. I know I saw something where PayPal was talking about wanting to do something like this. Might they be a target for a takeover from PayPal or an acquisition? Who knows? Certainly, Humbl has been at this for a little bit. Brian Foote was doing this before he founded Humbl, like I said, with the previous company. And they certainly have had people who have been working with multiple countries now, trying to clear all the regulatory hurdles that you might imagine exist in an enterprise like this. Someone like PayPal may be thinking, yeah, it would just be worth it to us to acquire this company rather than try to do all that work ourselves. So that may be a play that Humbl is going to be involved in as well. If this was helpful for you, I hope that you'll give us a thumbs up. If you we'd love to have you as a subscriber. We really would. That's very helpful for us and our channel. Please leave us some comments if you have questions about Humbl. I'm sure I'll be doing an updated video on this since it's such a new company and things will be evolving as we go. Until next time, enjoy your investing.